Today on The Struggling Guitarist, I'm going to struggle through Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana. I'll see you there. Ooh. Today we're diving into a 90s classic, Smells Like Teen Spirit. This is good stuff. Now, some people love it. Some people hate it. Sometimes there's even debates within the Nirvana community whether fans of Nirvana like it, from what I understand. I don't know. To me, it's awesome. I don't know whether it was the low-budget grungy video and the kids dancing, thrashing, and tearing stuff apart. I don't know if it's just because it's an amazing melody, or was it pure luck of the timing when they released it and the music scene was ready to change from the 80s. I don't know. Either way, this is great stuff, and I'm going to give it a shot today. So let's dive straight into the intro, which is really the chorus of this song. FYI, I'm going to be doing the video version of this, not the album version. Now, the two versions are very similar, but there's just some very slight differences, mostly in the solo and outro sections of how long they're played. I will kind of make a mention as I get to those spots, but right now we're going to go with the video. So first off, we're going to be doing power chords, a lot of power chords today. So we're going to start by playing the first fret of the big E string and the third fret of the A string here, the fifth string. So for this first one, we're going to play down, down, up. We're going to scoot down one string with both fingers, and we're going to play two strums. We're going to scoot all the way over to the 4 and the 6 and back up to the big E and the A string. Do it again. Scoot down the strings and do that. Right? Now, you can totally stop here and play it just like that. Especially at the high speed of the original song, it's not necessarily a bad thing to do, especially when you're trying to keep up. However, what's really going on in the song is they add a few chicka-chickas. I know that's the technical term here. Chicka-chickas, yes. It's all these years of guitar. That's the one thing it's taught me, is technique and vocabulary and stuff. Anyway, so what we'd be doing here is we'll play the first 3 notes like we did before. Then we'll drape our fingers nicely across, and lightly holding it, we will mute it. We'll do 4 strums. Then play the next section. So it's scoot on over, do it again. Yeah, see how that works? One more time, a little bit faster. And like that, you've got the main riff. We can move on. So now we move on to the verse and the pre-chorus. Now I've grouped these together because they're essentially the same thing. It's not worth splitting them up. You'll see what I mean, okay? Now, before I get there, I'm going to point out that there's 2 ways to play this. I will show you both. The first one is you're going to put your index finger across the first fret of the E, the small E, and the B string here. And you're going to play the B E. So remember, this song is in 4/4 time, so there's 4 beats per measure. So in this case, you're going to play on the 2 and the and a 2. These are 8th notes. So it'd be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And then you would sit out for a whole bar and go again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 You're going to do that 4 times through. Now we're going to do the chorus part. The only difference between the chorus is now we're going to do that on every single main note. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to do that 4 times. And that is it. That is the verse. That is the chorus. It's nice and easy. So let's try this real fast. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll cut it off there. You get the point. That is the entire verse and pre-chorus. Now, what I wanted to put out here is that there's 2 ways of playing this. In essence, this is a C and an F. This is a C, this is an F. The other way to do it is go to the 5th fret, 3rd string, and the 6th fret, 2nd string. It's a C and an F. For all intents and purposes, it's identical. The only difference is that you have to know where these are. It takes this much thinking. Where this, you just put down your finger, it's pretty obvious. Excellent. Let's move on. So now we move on to the bridge. And the bridge is actually the hardest part. It's my sloppiest part, but it's really cool. So it's going to start on the same power chord that we did before, the 1 and the 3 here. We're going to go and play an open E, and we're going to shift our index finger down to the 2nd fret of the 5th string here. Back to the 1 and the 3 power chord. Stay in that same shape and scoot up 1 fret to the 2 and the 4, and we're going to play that twice. Then we're going to go down to the 3rd fret of the 3rd string, and this is that bend everyone knows. Just for the record, I believe that it should be going up that full octave. I get a feeling that Nirvana didn't care. They just cranked it just to get that off tone, off the wall sound. Do whichever way sounds nice or feels the best to you, but I'm just going to crank it. It feels more fun that way. Also, it happens very fast. Just if you crank it, then you can use that excuse to why you're trying to real fast to keep in tempo. Yes. That's half my gig, is trying to figure out ways to cheat it rather than get better. But anyway, oh my God, I can't believe I said that. Okay, so it's going to be. Then we're going to do the first part again. At this point, we're going to slide up to the 6 and the 8, and we're going to play that 3 times. Down to the 4 and the 6. So the way that's going to sound is. Now we're going to go and repeat pretty much the whole thing, right, again, but we're going to stop right at the end, okay? So we're going to go. 1, 2. Instead of doing 3 there, we're only going to do 2. We're going to scoot down to the 4 and the 6. Play it once. Scoot down to the 3 and 5 and play it once. So let's do the whole thing. And like that, you've learned the bridge. Let's move on. So now we move on to the last part of this song, the solo. The solo, for once, is on the easier side, so I'm definitely going to tackle it. It mimics the melody almost spot on, so it's real easy to remember and get used to. So the solo is actually all based around 2 strings. It's based around the G and the D string, and everything will be on one of those 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to start up here on the D string, 10th fret. We're going to scoot down 1 string to the 8, to the 10. Then we're going to scoot over down to the 6, back up 1 to the D. So let's try that again. Then we're going to move down back to the 8 on the G string, the 6 on the G string. At this point, we're going to scoot down. So we're on the 8th fret here on the 3rd string. We're going to play it once. And then we're going to do a full string bend. Really, you want to hear that go up and you want to hear it come down. And then we're going to do the 6, 5, 6, 5. You're going to scoot up. Back up to the 8 here on the D string. The 8, followed by the 6, by the 8, and then bend that 8 the way you did before. And then the 6 into the 5. So let's try that again. That was a bit confusing. That was a lot to throw at you. So we'll start at the top. This is where there is one difference between the video and the actual album. Now, what happens in the album, you would repeat it. It would sound something like this. And then there's an ending on there. In the video, they only play it once. What we're going to do is after that 6 and the 5, we're going to play that 6 to the 5 3 times. And then we're going to slide from the 6 to the 5 and slide from the 5 to the 3. Make sure to pluck both of those for the slide. Don't do one continuous slide, pluck each one. Then we're going to repeat that second part, that 6-5 again, the 3 of them. Whew, that's a lot. Let's see if we can bring all that together. Once again, we'll be playing it 1 time through, like the video version, right? Blah, blah, blah. See if I get it right. But we'll take it nice and slow. Again. And you let this last part ring. I don't remember how many bars, but it's a lot. And have some fun with it. Play with it. Get it to distort. But they have that for, I don't want to exaggerate, is it 8 bars or something like that? But he just hangs on that note. Okay, let's try this one more time. Speed it up just a touch, and then we'll go from there. Are you ready? like that, you're done with a solo. Now let's go ahead and play this song. So per usual, you probably don't want to watch me play the entire thing. So what we'll do is let's do a shortened version. I'm thinking something like this. So what I'm thinking that we'll do here is we'll do the intro, the chorus, 4 times through. Then we'll do the verse 4 times through. We'll do the pre-chorus 4 times through. Then we'll go back to the chorus, because once again, this is the main riff of the song. This is the main thing. This is what we want to hear. We'll do that 4 times through. We'll do the bridge. Then we'll do the solo. In fact, in the song, the first time it does the bridge, it goes right back into the chorus. But later on, it does the bridge and then goes into the solo. So at least you'll be right in line with this as well. Then we'll hold that last note of the solo for 4 bars. And then we'll do the outro, which is basically the chorus. And we'll do that 4 times through. Anyway, are you ready? Let's get started. Thanks for helping me struggle through Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana today. God, I love this stuff. Now, I am a total 80s kid. I will obviously gravitate to Metallica, to Dio, to heck, Cyndi Lauper and Madonna. I'm geared that way. However, I love this song. As always, I'm super happy that you joined me today. Please hit that like and subscribe button. And I'll see you next time on The Struggling Guitarist.